Hello EPC family, how are you doing today? Today is a different vlog. It's going to be a different vlog today, and I'll tell you why. I am at Disneyland. If you don't look, Disneyland behind me, but the difference today is I'm not going to edit this thing. This is going to be one take, and I'll tell you why. I'm going to be talking about something that I really debated a lot about talking about. It's something that is very emotional to me, and I usually don't go to places like this in my vlogs. And trust me, the quality of this vlog is going to be like a live stream. I'm not editing it, I'm not doing anything to it. It's going to be one take. It's going to be jiggly, it's going to be all jaggly. It's fine. I'm going to take a seat right here, okay? I'm next to It's a Small World. But I wanted to do a video that was a little bit different because I don't think what I'm about to talk about today really requires anything more than just speaking to you directly. For a couple of weeks now, I really have been debating, and I've been going through something very emotional, and I've been debating whether to do a vlog on it or even to mention it. But I decided a couple days ago that it probably is a good thing to do so for closure. And it also doesn't help that it's the autumn, the fall is here, Halloween is here, which makes what I'm about to say even more difficult and what I'm going through more difficult. But maybe it will help in some capacity if you have gone through it, if you have gone through it recently. But it's been a very, very difficult 2 weeks for me. About 2 weeks ago, I found out that my dog, my best friend, passed away. She was the love of my life. I loved her very much. She meant the world to me. She really meant the world to me. If you love animals, maybe you will understand this. If you don't, if you're not really an animal person, which I totally understand, maybe it doesn't, you really doesn't mean that much to you, or it's hard to comprehend. But 13 years ago, my life was in a totally different place. Totally different place. And I was alone, I lived alone, and I found out that I needed companionship. So I was young, I was in my early 20s, and I said, maybe I should get a dog. And I did. I got a dog. And her and I lived together for many years, just by ourselves, very far away from home. It was the first time I moved away out of my parents' house. She was a white, fluffy American Eskimo, so I called her Zero from The Nightmare Before Christmas, which is why this time of year, since it just recently happened 2 weeks ago, and being here at Disneyland and seeing the Haunted Mansion, seeing Jack Skellington, seeing Sally, seeing Zero, seeing all that Nightmare Before Christmas stuff, it's really, it's harder than I thought it would be. I thought that I would come to the park and I'd be consumed by, everything that's happening. But I went on the Haunted Mansion this morning and saw all the Nightmare Before Christmas merchandise, and it really, it hit me harder than I thought it would. But she was an amazing, she really, I know this is said a lot, but she really was my best friend. And for the past 3 years, I didn't live with her. She lived with my parents in New York. So when Monica and I moved to California, she was old enough where I felt like I couldn't really take her. It wouldn't be healthy for her, and just being two people, Monica and I knew with my parents she'd have a very busy household because there's always be people around, and she had a very wonderful 3 years or maybe even longer there, it's just hard. You know, when you vlog, there's always that thing of how far do you go? You know, how far do you take how much do you tell about your personal life and all these things? And it's hard. I'm not really an emotional person in the sense that I don't want to, when something like this happens, I don't want to really think about it much. I want to kind of like try to avoid it, put it out of my head in the hopes that it will disappear. I've always been that way. I think it's a family thing. I think when something negative happens or sad or death, I try to avoid thinking about it, and I block it out of my head. So I dive into work or a project or something, and I realized with the passing of my best friend that I don't have closure, and especially because I'm so far away from New York. I wasn't there when she went, and you always wonder, you know, and I don't know if this is naive to think about, but you always wonder, because I haven't seen her in a long time. It was a long time since I saw her, like, I think at the holidays, so it's been a long time. I know for a while I'm going to be fighting with myself whether or not I didn't make a trip to New York in the summer to see her one last time. But these are the things you go through in life, I suppose, and I don't know how you deal with it. You know, it's been 2 weeks, and it felt, you know, it feels like it was yesterday, and I'm having a hard time just getting through certain parts of the day, and now with the fall coming and a lot of Nightmare Before Christmas stuff and seeing Zero flying everywhere here at the park, it's very, very difficult. You know, I think what makes it really the hardest is that for so many years, for like 8 years, it was just her and I, you know, like she was my buddy. She was my buddy. She was always here. She was always by my side, and I could always count on her. And because I haven't really seen her in a long time, it's very hard for me to have closure on it because I haven't been around. So for me, I mean, I'll wake up tomorrow and I'll think she's still around because you know, she's all the way in New York, or she was all the way in New York. So I've been trying to do these vlogs and do these live streams and try to put a happy face on. Especially, I think we had a live stream that we did the day after I found out, and it was very hard. And I really debated whether or not doing that Saturday show. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to do it. But I really wanted to avoid the conversation. And like I said, I don't think it's the right. I don't think it's the right thing to do because I'm having a very, very hard time dealing with it. But this family, this EPC family, has grown to something I never thought it would. There's so much love and so much support, and you know, it's one of those things. You know, I could have done an edited vlog and put her picture up on the screen and made this all, you know, theatrical and cinematic, and I can't do that. I still can't even look at pictures of her, to be honest with you. I don't know when I'm going to get over it. I'm sure the time will come. I'm sure you all had pets, best friends that you've lost. But, you know, it amazes me that I feel comfortable enough to put this camera in my face and talk about it, because there's been a lot of sad nights in the past 2 weeks. And I try to fight through it. I try to continue to do the vlogs, you know, put on a happy face, smile, try to give you guys some laughter. And it's really helped me out. But then once the camera turns off, the emotions begin again. You know, I loved her. I feel like she's still here. And you know, it's just gonna be hard. You know, the next few months are gonna be hard because I loved that thing. I loved her. She was a white fluff ball. Zero was an amazing, amazing friend, and I miss her very much. But I wanted to share that with you guys because you guys have been there for me for so many ups and downs, things that you don't even know about. And I was just tired of kind of hiding it, and I needed closure for myself. So I wanted to do a vlog. I didn't want to edit it. I just wanted to put the camera in my face and do it. I know this is not what I usually do, but you know, if you guys out there have had pets and loved ones that you lost, best friends, you know what I'm thinking. You know what I'm going through. It will get better. I know it will. But I want to thank you all very much for being there for me. I miss you, Zero. I will always miss you. I love you. I will celebrate this Halloween. Bye, guys.